Hey guys, being super lazy right now, I'm using my Logitech webcam to make this because I don't feel like getting my tripod out and everything. And this is already connected to my computer, so that's good. Um, Today, I'm going to make a short video. Hopefully it's short anyway. I have a little time thing down in the bottom over here so I can actually see how long I am talking for because usually I end up talking for too long. I'm going to be talking about people hating on cosplayers, people being mean about it, being downers or whatever. Uh, my parents were a little bit weird about it when they first found out about, the whole convention thing and like dressing up. But, my mom was like, "Oh, it's cool, she's a kid, blah blah blah." Whatever, whether it's your friends or your parents or whatever saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. That's immature," or whatever, you're going to be 21. Well, I'm going to be 21 in June. They're like, "Oh, you're going to be 21 in June. You should be hanging out with your friends and stuff and not making outfits and whatever." But pretty much what I tell them is, guess what? I like bought a sewing machine for this hobby. I invest a lot of time into it and I love it and I have so much fun. So, to people who are going to be down on you and tell you that, "Oh, cosplaying is really immature and whatever, and that, you should grow up," and all that stuff or whatever. Ask them what they like to do in their weekends. Um, if they, go out drinking, get totally hammered, fall down some stairs, you know, everybody that I've talked to when they get drunk, they hurt themselves. So I don't think that I should be compared to a normal person if that is what a normal person is doing on their weekends. Having promiscuous sex and that's not my thing. That's not my thing at all. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I cosplay. So if you have a problem with that, then oh well. Um so some ways to deal with it is just either completely ignore it. I mean, if you're in school and you're being completely harassed about it, please tell somebody. Don't, go about your normal day and ignore it because it'll get worse or whatever. Tell somebody like for bullying or whatever. Uh I personally am kind of a closet cosplayer. Not really. Like, I don't openly tell people at work, like, "Oh, guess what, guys? My name's Erica, and I go around in conventions dressed as anime characters." Like, I I see no point in having to tell people about that. I mean, that's my life, whatever. If they ask me, like, "Oh, what are your hobbies?" I'll say, "Oh, well, I like to go to conventions." They'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" And then, I'll bring in a couple pictures of my costumes, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." And I'll be like, "Yeah," but then again, I get weird stares for, like, my hair being the way that it is at work. They're like, "Oh, people are looking at you and wondering about your hair." And I'm like, "All right, well, I'm wondering about your face." Like, it doesn't bother me. If it did bother me, then I would cut my hair differently, but it doesn't. Uh, do not give up your love of cosplay because somebody decides to be a jerk about it and is like, "You're not good enough," or "Your cosplay sucks," or, "I'm better than you because I don't cosplay," or even other cosplayers might come up to you and be like, if you're new to it, and be like, "Oh, your cosplay is awful. What? It's made of duct tape and cardboard, and oh, it's horrible. Mine's made out of dib 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 dib." And then they try to, think that they're better than you or whatever. Screw that. I mean, if you're comfortable in going out with something that you made yourself and you're proud of it, then who the heck is to say that you were wrong for that? Who? Nobody. That's who. Because they can live their life and you live yours and you be happy with yourself. Because being happy with yourself is what matters. And guess what? I'm happy with myself. I like what I do. I have a whole lot of fun. Actually, I can honestly say this right now. Every single one of my friends who I will actually say is a good friend of mine is a cosplayer. I mean all of my friends through conventions. Otakon, Katsucon, JCon, anything, even like an event at Suncoast where, I go to Suncoast, I go through the mall, I go through my mall in cosplay. People look at me like I'm crazy and I just laugh because they don't, I feel like cosplayers experience life in a different way. Even furries too. Like furries, I think furries are awesome. I think they're like the coolest thing ever. Like walk around in fursuit. Like I wish I had the skill to make that. But anyway, so if people are honestly telling you that you have a problem and are like broken or whatever, and especially if you're like me where you don't really, go out drinking, because drinking is expensive. For somebody who's going to tell you that cosplaying is too expensive, bleh, because I'm sure that they do lots of expensive things. People gamble with their money. People drink with their money. People buy, ridiculously overpriced cars with their money. People buy stupid stuff all the time. People buying a $8,000 Gucci purse. How is that weirder than, spending a couple $100 to go to a really nice convention and meet some really awesome people? So, seriously, if they have a problem with you, then they're not worth your time. If you have a friend that's telling you, oh, that's stupid, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, blah, 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 well, then they're not worth your time. If someone is seriously going to try to take, unless it's, like, dangerous, like, unless, you're doing something dangerous, which I don't know what the heck you could do dangerous in cosplaying. Like, I don't know, if you're, like, cosplaying someone who has a sword and you're, like, LARPing in your living room and breaking stuff and hurting people, then don't do that. Please don't do that. I LARP too, use Nerf sword. Nerf swords are awesome. They hurt a lot less than metal. Anyway, but to be completely honest, if you like to cosplay and that's your thing, then that's your thing. And if people are gonna hate on you, then let them hate. Haters gonna hate. I love haters, actually. You know how many haters I got for this tattoo right here? How many people on DeviantArt were like, "You're gonna hate that in the future, and you just cut all your job things that you could get," and I'm like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. That's what I want to do. That's my dream. And you know what? This is gonna help me get this right here is gonna help me get my dream, because guess what? A lot of people won't hire me because of this, and that's good because I don't want a boring desk sit down job. I'm a person who likes to go out and decorate their walls with weird stuff and buy, $100 figures. Okay, I have $100 figure, but anyway, and spend all my money on a convention that is a weekend that is not that far away, and that is my vacation for the year. So, and that's pretty much it. If people are seriously telling you that what you're doing is wrong, then they have something wrong in their head and that they need to figure out, and that's not your problem. So be proud of who you are. Be proud of cosplay. Cosplay more often because it's awesome, and keep watching my videos because you should. That's why. Yeah, you should. Don't look away. I'm looking at you. Yeah. Alright, well, that's enough for today. Sorry I don't really make very many videos anymore. I am working a lot, and Mel's working a lot, and oh my god, I swear to god, we're working on the next show. I swear to god, we are. We are. We were gonna go film. She didn't have any parking at her apartment, and I couldn't stay there because freaking landlord's evil and wants to, like, tow my car because you're not allowed to park there, whatever. It's like this new rule. So, and I got sick this week. I had a fever on Sunday, so that's not fun. But, anyway, I'm gonna go now because it's been 8 minutes, and I don't want to make this video very long, and it turned out to be long anyway, even though I'm talking really fast. Alright, so subscribe to our channel, be awesome, follow us, find us at Otakon, find us at Katsucon, wherever you can find us, say hello, it's awesome, I love everybody. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Subscribe! Alright, doodles!